good day or good evening, whatever time it is at the time you're watching this video. This message has been a long time coming. Spirit is telling me that you have a message that is kept inside of some sort of time capsule, and your ancestors were waiting for just the right time for the message to reach you. And these aren't just any ancestors. These are ancestors from the Atlantean period. And so this message is coming to you through this time capsule from the time of Atlantis. And I thought this was super interesting, and I can't wait to tap in. I was guided to my Starseed Oracle deck first, and I also grabbed my Conscious Spirit Oracles as well. But I'm being guided to go ahead and start with these ones. So let's see what the initial messages are that are coming from this time capsule from Atlantis. No surprise here, we have Star Family first and foremost. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. And then we have the Courageous Peony. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. And lastly, we have I'm sorry. Defenselessness. Right past wrongs and uprooting. Firstly, I just want to say that you have been waiting for this message to appear. You knew that this message was going to come to you in some sort of way. You just didn't exactly know how it was going to show up or by whom it was going to be translated through. These ancestors of yours coming in from Atlantis are the very same souls that you come from. You guys are cut from the same cosmic cloth. And it's not merely the fact that you have experienced lifetimes together. It is the fact that you all were once one. You were once a whole being before the collapse of Atlantis. The collapse of Atlantis led to a fracture so great that it was scattered across galaxies, and not just our own here on planet Earth. Oftentimes throughout the millennia, I'm hearing, you guys have incarnated together, lifetime after lifetime. And you all had the similar mission of anchoring in the frequencies here on this planet in order to reignite the times, such as Atlantis, to reestablish what once was before things were so thrown off of course. And this is exactly why the I'm sorry card came out. You see, back in Atlantis, things were great until they weren't. And there was this sort of split that happened where these great gifts that you all had were either being used for the greater good for the greater worst. And this is ultimately what led to this fracturing. The scales were tipped into the negative, and they were beginning to be used for darker regimes. And once this scale tipped into the favor of the darkness, this is when Atlantis fell, and when what once was whole shattered. You have incarnated time after time in order to right the wrongs of the past, in order to bring justice and retribution, uprooting and realigning. I'm hearing you need not apologize, because you, my friend, were one of the very few at the end that were still fighting the good fight in order to bring the light into the darkness and the chaos. And what had happened to you was an injustice. But in the here and now, these pieces have rejoined one another in a way that makes you whole again in a multifaceted way. And now is the time to let yourself be seen. What was once defenselessness, what was once a wrong that was being done, is now shining in all of its glory, like a pure diamond, glistening with light, shining in a way that hasn't shone in thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years. You may very well have been a part of family back in Atlantis that did not fight for the same things you fought for, who contributed to this injustice, who contributed to the fall. And they too have spent all these incarnations trying to fix what they had broken. You are all coming back together as one. This frequency and this healing has finally reached its peak. I'm hearing that you have seen glimpses and glimmers of this in your surroundings, especially lately. But you are waiting for this kind of confirmation. All of this work that you have done to bring these fractals of yourself back together is finally complete. You have been contacting your ancestors from Atlantis through meditation on a daily basis. And they have been telling you these things. But I can relate to the fact that even though we are told things by our ancestors, by our guides, by the beings that we work with in the astrals, it's still so much sweeter when you hear it from an outside, unrelated source. These confirmations seem to hit much more potent when they come from someone you least expect. And there is a certain amount of release and relief that's coming from this. I know that this card talks about releasing things that do not serve you. But in this sense, Spirit is talking about more of a relief from things that do not serve your highest purpose. That breath of fresh air that you have been needing since the times that Atlantis had gone under the waters. And for this, you hold an immense amount of gratitude and love for all of this work that you have put in lifetime after lifetime. And your ancestors feel the same, and they are so very proud of you. When I look at this card, I hear that you can finally obtain your crown once again. This energy has really nothing to do with what the card actually says. It's more about the depiction. This is full light activation for you. This is the multifaceted diamond white light that you are shining in. And while, yes, you also realize that you are part of Source, and Source is part of you, and that you are always divinely guided. You are fully tapped in to the divine wisdom that comes with being so close to Source and the divine. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, is what I just heard. You may have recently been experiencing symptoms of this as well. Headaches, pressure at the top, tingling, and the sense that somebody is playing with your hair at the very top of your head as well, is what I'm being told. This is your diamond white light that is activating in your crown chakra in a multifaceted kind of way. That is not your hair that you're feeling being messed with. That is literal light codes coming down through your crown chakra. You can see on each and every one of these depictions of these cards, we have similar light coming in through that crown, and it flows down through you, and it touches Gaia, so that what is uprooted can have direct light flowing to it in order to heal the deep wounds and the deep pockets that were once holes from the roots being yanked out. And for this, Gaia thanks you. Your Atlantean ancestors, thank you. And I'm seeing them all take a bow at this point. And I'm hearing divine royalty is finally back. One final thing that I'm hearing them say has to do with this peony. And they're telling you to be on the lookout for this flower, the peony. It may very well play a very significant role in your life currently, but if not, expect it to in the very near future. They're also saying to look up the esoteric meaning of the peony because there's more messages there for you within the divine meaning of the flower itself. But it is your time to be seen in all your glory and release any hesitations about it. Release any doubts, release any denials, and take that well-deserved deep breath of renewal. Congratulations to you, my friend. And I thank your ancestors from Atlantis for contacting me and for choosing me to be the one to deliver this message to you. I am truly, truly honored. And thank you for being here. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you who have allowed the space for this message to come through as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here because I'm feeling the energies now lifting, and that means it is time to close out the video. Until next time, I love you. Bye.